building your wardrobe on a budget. The 10 things you should be doing and or focusing on. I'm still building my wardrobe. I still haven't had it down packed up until this point, but since I have started to observe this system, I feel like I have a little bit more understanding on how to build my wardrobe in a way that I actually love it. I'm able to utilize it, to rely on it, and I'm actually able to be productive with my outfits, you know what I mean? So the first tip is to utilize styling systems. So styling systems are things that you use to help you choose garments that work best for you, to choose garments and outfits that suits you the best. We know like the food system, I do talk about this on my channel. This is talking about choosing garments and silhouettes that suit your body type so that you can feel and look your best. What's best for inverted triangle body type, pear body type, apple body type, hourglass, rectangle. So that's one styling system. Another styling system that I think is really good, but I don't know too much of it right now, but I will, is a Kibi system. And the Kibi system talks about the amount of yin and yang in your body. So basically the amount of masculine lines and feminine lines that your body naturally has, and choosing garments that complement those lines or highlight those lines. I think it's a really cool system. I haven't really got into it too much. Another system is called the Kitchener system, and this is like styling based off of your essence. So the vibe, the essence that you have, and this is also based on your body type, your body mass, your height, your size. It pulls in those elements to determine what your essence is. I'll leave a link to an article or maybe a video that kind of talks about these things a little bit if you're curious about them. And then the system that I have observed like in the last couple of months, I am working on developing it more, is the feminine style archetype system. So different ways that you can express your femininity through how you style yourself, through how you wear your clothes or the type of clothes that you like to wear. With the whole femininity movement, I feel like the only types of styles that has been focused on when it comes down to feminine style is the girly style, elegant, sensual. But those aren't the only ways that women express their femininity in their style. They also express it in an edgy way, or bohemian, or flamboyant, of course casual and sporty. You can't forget the fashionista as well. So this styling system is what I'm mostly focused on right now, and I will be bringing that to my YouTube channel very soon. But if you'd like a sneak peek of it, check out my TikTok. I talk a little bit about it there. Utilizing styling systems will absolutely help you to develop your personal style, because it will just narrow your focus on what is it that you prefer, and also make you aware of what you don't want to wear, what you don't want to embody, what you don't want to portray. So you save a lot of time and money buying things that don't align with what you prefer or don't align with what works for you. Now I will say, do try things on, because garments can come in so many variances. So sometimes you can run into like a style of garment, but it just has like a certain tweak to it that can make a difference. I do encourage you to keep trying. If something really interests you, try it on and you decide from there. But for the most part, the styling systems will help you to stay focused, will help you to save money and time by knowing what works for you, knowing what doesn't work for you, by knowing exactly what you want to embody and portray, and knowing exactly what you don't want to embody and portray. So utilize styling system is the first tip. The second tip is to consider cost to wear ratio. So the cost to wear ratio is, so how many times can you wear the piece that you buy, the garment, the shoes, the bag, to the point that you get your money's worth. So for example, if a bag costs $100, but if you wear the bag every day, that by the time a month pass, you get your $100 worth, compared to if you buy a shoes for $100 and you only wear it like one time for an event, and the rest of the time it stays in your closet, and then you still have to find something else to wear daily predominantly, because the shoes that you bought that you only wore once wasn't able to fulfill that need, and so you didn't get your money's worth out of that item, and then you still had to find a replacement. You still had to either use something else, or you had to buy something else that makes more sense for you to use on a frequent basis. Remember, we're talking about building your wardrobe on a budget. Of course, like when you get to that point, and I say when because we both are manifesting a reality when we are abundant, and we can buy, you know, $10,000 bags and just look at it in our $1 million closet and stuff like that. But in the meantime, while we're on a budget, I recommend the cost to wear ratio because we're on a budget, because we have to make the most out of the money that we spend now. Yeah, reuse yourself. The item that you buy, can you wear it throughout that seasons? When you're buying an item, like how often are you gonna wear this? So like for me, for the winter time, I literally only have like 2 boots that I wear. I like to wear heels, so I have a black knee-high boot that are heels, brown knee-high boot that are heels, and I have a flat black riding boots, and I wear them every day like clockwork. Like, let me tell you, I've got my money's worth out of that black boots that I think I paid like $40 for, and I bought it years ago from Forever 21. But girl, I look good every day in it, and I've been pulling in it. Okay, so yeah, this is the cost per wear. Can you rely on this predominantly? This past winter, I've been operating on 2 boots, 3 coats, and I've been probably like circulating like 10 dresses, 1 skirt, probably like 5 sweaters, and just repeat them. And you know, that goes to, so tip 3 is don't be scared to repeat your outfits. No, I get it, we don't want our outfits to be repeated on social media. I get that part, but that's only like if you're a fashion or style content creator, right? So it doesn't really matter. But in everyday life, real life, girl, repeat your clothes. Wear your clothes, it's yours. 2, we need to get our cost per wear ratio. And 3, like I said, if you look good, that's all that matters. I wear the same one dress every week and I still get compliments in it. If you look good, that's all that matters. So repeat your clothes. And also, like, when you repeat your outfits, it adds to your aura bank. It adds to your style. So like when you're constantly seen in something, it adds to your aura bank. Like, people see you as this type of person to wear this type of outfit and to be styled in this certain way. So, you know, like that's another way to look at it. Like, you're adding to your aura bank. So especially if it's a dress that makes you feel amazing, you always get compliments, you always get asked out on dates when you wear this dress. So if you repeat it, it carries that energy with it. It puts you in that confidence. You know what I mean? Repeat your outfits. Tip number 4 is consider, how do you want to be experienced? How do you want to be seen? How do you want to feel in your outfits? So our outfits, it definitely tells a story about us. Way back, I was engaging in trends, which most young women do, right? But since I started developing my foundational wardrobe journey, I kind of defaulted to like classic, casual, girly. You know, I was still trying to figure it out. But now that I'm utilizing the feminine style archetype system, now I decided that I don't know if like I naturally have a sensual essence. I would say I do. But whether I do or not, I decided that that's the essence I want to go for. That's how I want to be seen. That's how I want to be known for. So I'm tapping more into that style archetype by choosing garments that help to portray that. So each style archetype have silhouettes, neckline, color, styles that are common to that archetype. So when I develop this system more, I'll be sharing more, of course. It's really going to help us to develop the style or develop a wardrobe that is truly authentic to us and that we can rely on a day-to-day basis, and we can feel good every day when we get dressed. Even if we're going to the supermarket, we will be dressing more authentically. Like, I'm so excited about it. Let me know in the comments if you're ready for me to go into it on YouTube, and I'll get started on that right away. Like I said, tip number 4, how do you want to be seen and experienced? And with this, we're going to use the feminine style archetypes for that. Tip number 5 is you have to consider what your lifestyle is. And that was one of my mistakes when I started developing my personal style or developing my foundational or core wardrobe, was that I was shopping for a lifestyle that I wanted and not so much for the lifestyle that I was living. And because of that, like, I had all these nice clothes, but then when I had to show up in my present, I had nothing to wear. So I was now forced to consider, all right, I have to go to work, I have to commute to work, I need clothes for that. I get invited out to friends' birthdays occasionally, I get asked out on dates occasionally. What do I have? Well, I mean, the clothes that I was buying was for the dates. That was my issue, but I didn't have everyday clothes. I was like buying like date clothes for fine dining restaurants, and I wasn't pulling that back then. So I literally still have dresses that I bought that I still have not worn yet because I was not considering my current lifestyle. No, I will say, do not ignore the lifestyle that you prefer to have. Keep that in the back of your mind, but we have to consider our current lifestyle. So definitely consider both, but predominantly focus on the present. But also, my tip is to try and find pieces that can work for both. But if not, if you have to default from one to the other, buy for the present, because you're going to wear it right now, and our present actions is going to help us get to our future reality. So if you're buying something that you can only wear in the future, then you won't be showing up, you won't be feeling amazing now, and all of that affects how we attract the things that we do want. So the sixth tip is to focus on basics first. And I get it, it's hard. So when I just started my revamping and developing my new style, building a foundational, core, reliable wardrobe, I was coming out of just shopping for trends, because I'll always buy all these fashion and stylish pieces, and I'll have all these things in my wardrobe, but then when it comes on to creating outfits, it will be hard, because it will just be sequin skirts, a plaid top, and it just does not go well together. And if you find that like you have a lot of garments, you have a lot of clothes in the closet, but you just can't create an outfit daily, that's probably why, because we don't have enough basics. So I had to force myself into buying basics. But now I kind of find that like it's hard for me to not buy basics. Like I keep buying basics, and I feel like I'm not at that point where it's time to start acquiring fashion, stylish pieces. But I feel like I'm just traumatized from not being able to create outfits, that I now have to force myself now to start buying fashion, stylish pieces so that I can zhuzh up my wardrobe. But I would say I have a lot of basics now. I still do need some basics, but yeah, when you're starting, or say you're starting from zero, you kind of have to force yourself into buying basics, because basics will carry you through. Basics is foundational, it's reliable, and it will help you. It's the basics that will help you to create multiple outfits. So say you have a bunch of basics, and one day you buy a fashion specialty item, you have a lot of things at home already to create 2 to 3 outfits with just that one piece. But also, I must say, basics are relative. So depending on what your feminine style archetype is, your basics are relative. So like, for example, a woman who her dominant style archetype is flamboyant, a basic for her is a sequin skirt. That's a basic for her, you know what I mean? Basics are relative. That's why I would say like definitely decide on your style archetype is, and then go from there. Predominantly basics are solid colors, clean silhouettes, but it will just be garments that can easily be paired with most things, you know what I mean? So that's what a basic is. And then of course that extends to shoes and handbags. So try to focus on those first, so that you have a foundation to build on, because you can pair basic with basic and you have an outfit. But if you just have fashion specialty items, it's difficult to create outfits when it's like fashion item. So start with the basics and then start implementing fashion specialty items. Step 7, try to think of outfits instead of pieces. So when you're shopping and you pick up a garment, think, what outfit can I create from this? And how this piece can help you create that outfit with what you already have at home. And also think about what you may possibly have to buy in order to create an outfit with that item, and try to consider if that is an item that you want to wear, and 2, can also help you create other outfits beyond that one item. And is it worth buying that other thing that you're considering to buy? I hope you understand. It's a lot to consider. Developing your wardrobe, it's a lot of mental work, and it's a lot of discipline as well. It can sometimes be not fun, to be honest. It can be unglamorous when you're building your wardrobe, but maybe it might be different for you. But like for me, it's like sometimes I feel rigid, but it's worth it. It's worth it, because when you realize that you're able to look and feel good every day, it's like, yeah. And then I'm telling you, what you wear affects the opportunities you get. So it's absolutely worth it, because me being able to look and feel good every day, even if it's simple, because I do think I dress simple, but I look great. But like the amount of opportunities that I've gotten, it has increased my income simply because of how I carry myself. So don't underestimate the power of really truly putting effort into choosing the things that are right for you. And even though it can be hard, it can be difficult, it can be daunting, and it can feel boring, it is worth it, because it's a woman's right to be and feel beautiful, and a lot of blessings come from it, I promise you. Okay, so tip 8, but I kind of already spoke to that, but tip 8 is to ignore specialty and fashion items until you have a foundational wardrobe. Build your basics to the point that you feel like you have enough basics, and then you start implementing the specialty fashion items. Yeah, and then of course this excludes like if you have to buy a gown for an event, like if you get invited to a wedding. I mean, of course, naturally, yes, those are exemptions. For the most part, when you're trying to build a wardrobe that you can rely on every single day and you can feel good and amazing every single day, even if it's simple, focus on basics first, then implement specialty fashion items after. Tip 9, focus on filling gaps in your wardrobe. You can notice gaps in your wardrobe when you're getting dressed every day and you keep saying, oh, I wish I had a brown bag, I wish I had a brown bag, I wish I had a brown bag to complete the outfit that you're creating. Then you know that's a gap you need to fill. So like when I was wearing like my camel coat, so I knew that I wanted like a darker brown boot. So I did get that for this past winter because I noticed like every time I was getting dressed and I wanted something other than black boots to wear, the only option I had was that really light nude boot, and I didn't like it. I just don't like the look that it gives. So I knew I needed brown boots, so I got those brown boots. And then now that I have the brown boots, I wasn't able to pull on it because I didn't have a bag to match it. So I knew, okay, fine, I need to get a brown bag, and I just got a brown bag. So be aware of when you're getting dressed, and also when you're planning your outfits, what are the things that you realize that you keep saying you wish you had but you don't have? Focus on getting those as basics so that you can apply it to as many outfits as possible. Tip 10, be willing and open to spend a little bit more on core pieces. Boots and my bags and my shoes, I can wear those things every day, back to back to back. I can wear them Monday to Friday, back to back to back. And it's not odd, you know, because it's accessories. So like in the summertime, like I have these heel sandals that I wear every day. I will spend $100 on that because I wear it every day, and 2, I need it to hold up. But also, you don't actually need to, because the black boots that I'm wearing, I think I paid $40 for it, probably less. I got it from Forever 21 like 3 years ago, and that boot is still rocking with me. So you actually don't have to. But if you find that you're not happy with the quality of certain pieces that you know you're going to use and need more often than not, then be open to spending more on it, because like we talked about earlier in the video, the cost per wear ratio, it is worth it. And you will definitely get your money's worth if it's something that you are pulling on every day, if not every day, almost every day. So those are some of the tips that I have on building your wardrobe while on a budget. I hope these were helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like me to get started on the Feminine Style Archetypes series here on YouTube. Remember to check out my TikTok in the description box. See you in the next video. Mwah.